Welcome to this Sunday's Gospel Reflection. When we need to see a doctor, we go to a hospital or a clinic. When we need to buy something, we go to the market or a shop. When we want to pray, we go to a church. When we need to feel loved, we go home. There is nowhere like home. Because home is not just a place where we can get what we need, nor is it a place where we stay for a short or a long time. It's not just the house. It is the place where we know that we have someone who welcomes, cherishes us for our own sake. Jesus had two homes. No, I'm not speaking of a holiday home or a second home, abroad or something like that. No, Jesus had two homes. The first was his home where he grew up, Nazareth of Galilee. The second was the temple in Jerusalem, which he called my Father's house. The first home is the place where Jesus grew up to become a good Jewish man. He was obedient to his mom and dad, gave a helping hand in housework. It was the home where he grew up helping Joseph the carpenter to provide for the family. Nazareth was the place where Jesus learned what it meant to be a human being. Under the watchful eyes of his dad and the strong hand of his loving mom. He needed to take the time to grow up, to learn how to obey, how to follow instructions, how to become a beautiful human being among his other fellow human beings. These were long, silent years at Nazareth, in a slow, hidden growth from child to man. Thanks to the silence of Joseph, and thanks to the tough love of his humble mother. Nazareth was the time and place of hidden faithfulness to the challenge of what being human was all about. Nazareth was the school where Jesus learned how to wait, how to listen, how to obey, how to be faithful. Nazareth helped Jesus become truly human. But this was only a part of the life story of Jesus. He needed to discover, to accept, and faithfully embrace his ultimate mission. He needed to root himself not just in this human world. He needed to be transformed by his heavenly Father. Being human was only one side of the mission. The other side was his faithfulness to the will of God, his heavenly Father. This is the deeper meaning of the presentation of Jesus we are remembering today. It is the moment when Jesus becomes totally vulnerable, totally powerless, so that he could embrace fully, faithfully, his Father's will. And this is symbolized by the circumcision. This child was first and foremost the child of God. It is God alone who has the power to give and renew life. It is God alone who has the power to give and renew the life. It is God alone who saves his people through his Son Jesus. Jesus was born in Bethlehem, but it was in Nazareth that he grew up to become fully human. And Mary presented Jesus in the temple to receive his life mission, which was to help us, his brothers and sisters, to be reborn as children of God, just like himself. Simeon blessed them. He said to Mary, "Behold, this child is destined for the fall and for the rise of many in Israel. He will be a sign that will be contradicted, and a sword will pierce your heart, so that the thoughts of many hearts may be revealed." Today, Mary, our loving mother, is presenting Jesus to us also. She invites us to join her in living the life of Nazareth, with its day-to-day challenges of life. Let Nazareth be our temporary home. Let Nazareth be our workplace, our roads, our supermarkets, hospitals, houses. Let Nazareth be our humble, hidden, day-to-day home. This will help us to become truly human, just like Jesus. But like Simeon and Anna the prophetess, let the temple be our other spiritual home. It is not the temple built in stone, but the temple of our hearts and our souls, where God, who is love itself, dwells forever. There we can indeed grow up to discover where our real, where our lasting home can be found. Every Sunday, we too go to the temple, not just to fulfill some kind of weekly routine or ritual, but to rejoice in discovering that we too, like Jesus, like Mary, like Joseph, we are God's one family. Let us together, and as individuals, be ourselves the living temples of the Spirit of love, where through Jesus we can meet God Himself and our neighbors, our fellow workers, the struggling pilgrims we share the journey of life with. Let us ask Mary and Joseph to present us together with their son Jesus to God. Like Jesus, we can indeed call both places, Nazareth and the temple, our real home. God bless you and thank you.